All right, so get this. Today, we're diving deep, deep into The Secret, right? This book, it's been everywhere, and it's all about, like harnessing the law of attraction. Ever feel like you're putting out a certain energy and the universe is like echoing it back at you? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how this whole concept really seems to resonate with people. I mean, at its core, the law of attraction basically suggests that our thoughts and feelings, they're like magnets, and they're attracting similar experiences into our lives.
Okay, so the summary we've got, it jumps right in saying we are literally what we think, and not just like those surface level happy thoughts. We're talking deep down, the core stuff. It's almost like our brains are these broadcasting stations sending out our desires, and guess what? The universe is tuned in.
Exactly. The book is really big on this whole idea of shifting from like a don't want mindset to a do want focus. So, for example, instead of dwelling on I don't want to fail, you'd shift that to I want to succeed. See the
Hmm.
difference? It's all about aligning your energy with where you want to go, not what you're trying to run away from.
And this is where it gets kind of wild, right? The secret, it ties us into quantum mechanics.
Mhm.
Apparently everything is energy and it's all vibrating at these different frequencies, and like attracts like. So positive thoughts, they equal positive vibes, and then bam, positive results. Makes you wonder about those bad days. Maybe we're contributing to them somehow with our own energy.
It's definitely a thought-provoking concept. Now, the scientific community might, debate the direct connection there, but the idea of energy and vibration, it definitely holds true in a lot of ways. The key takeaway here is like we have this power in our conscious thoughts to shape our experiences. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Okay, and it gets even more interesting. The book argues that we're not just along for the ride. We're actually creating our own universe here. And it gives you this whole step-by-step. You ask, you believe, and then you receive. Almost like ordering off a cosmic menu, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a powerful concept, that's for sure. Taking ownership of your thoughts and actively shaping your reality. The book stresses how important clarity is, really knowing what you want, truly believing it's possible, and then getting yourself into that receptive state of mind so you can actually receive it.
Now, you know how it is. You try to think positive, right? And then, bam, a negative thought just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, The Secret says, don't sweat it. Just gently shift your focus back to what you want, back to those goals. And they are big on visualization, like really picturing those goals as if they've already happened.
Yeah, visualization. That's a powerful tool. When you create this clear mental picture of what you want, it's like you're programming your subconscious, right? Saying this is what we're working towards. So it's about getting your thoughts, emotions, actions all on the same page, all moving towards those goals.
And here's the thing. This isn't some fluffy good vibes only kind of deal.
Mm.
The Secret is about applying this to everything, relationships, your health, even stuff like managing your weight.
Mhm.
It's about changing that internal dialogue, like swapping out, "Ugh, I hate my body," with I'm working on being healthier and feeling good.
Absolutely. It all comes down to self-image, right? When you
Hmm.
cultivate this positive and empowering view of yourself, it just naturally flows into making healthier choices and having a better relationship with yourself overall.
Okay, so The Secret also gets into this idea of like a universal force. You can call it God, karma, whatever clicks for you. The point is, we're all part of something bigger, right? This bigger energy.
Hmm.
And being in sync with it, well, that's the key.
It speaks to that interconnectedness, that we're all part of this web of life. And when you align yourself with that greater purpose, it can bring a sense of harmony and flow into your life. It's not really like about picturing specific stuff you want, like a mansion or a fancy car. It's more about like cultivating that inner feeling, that alignment, that positivity. That's what draws in what you want.
So it's going to be more than just wishing on a star. It's about that mindset shift,
Right.
but also taking action, those real world steps.
Exactly. Like the universe, it responds to action,
Right.
right? But the thing is, how we act, it often reflects what's going on inside. So when we're all about positive thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, well, it shows in how we interact with the world, the actions we decide to take, and in the end, what we attract into our lives.
It's like we're always telling ourselves stories.
Right.
And if that story is, I'm unlucky in love, you might end up sabotaging things without even realizing it.
Mm,
The Secret seems to be saying we can change those stories, choose beliefs that actually empower us.
totally. Our beliefs, they shape how we see the world and how we see the world. Well, that becomes our reality. Think about it. If you're convinced you're not worthy of love, you might push people away without meaning to. But if you shift that belief, start believing in your own self-worth, that opens the door to healthier, more fulfilling relationships.
It's like we're rewiring things, our internal GPS,
If
to
it's
guide us toward those things we really want.
Exactly. But just like anything worth having, mastering this whole law of attraction thing, it takes practice. It's about becoming more aware, noticing our thoughts and feelings, then consciously choosing the ones that actually help us. And then taking action that's in line with all that. It's a journey, not a quick fix.
Now, I've heard some people say that the secret oversimplifies things, that it can even be, kind of harmful. Like, if someone doesn't reach their goals, does that mean they just didn't wish hard enough? What do you say
Yeah.
to that?
That's a really important point to bring up. The secret definitely offers like a really interesting framework for personal growth, but you got to approach it with a healthy dose of reality. You know what I mean? It's not about blaming ourselves for every little thing that goes wrong or pretending that struggles aren't real. It's more about recognizing that even when things are tough, we still have the power to choose how we react, to focus on finding solutions, and to take steps to improve our situation.
So it's not about pretending everything's sunshine and rainbows. It's about how we react when things get rough,
Right.
what kind of energy we bring to those situations.
Exactly. Life, it's always going to have its ups and downs.
Yeah.
But by working towards a more positive mindset and taking action that feels right, we become more resilient. We're able to navigate those rough waters and create a life that feels fulfilling, even when things get tough.
It's almost as if the secret is giving us this new lens, a new way to look at the world where we see our own power, how much our thoughts can actually shape our reality. It's not about magic, but about conscious creation, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's like any tool, right? You can use it in ways that are empowering, or you can use it in ways that aren't so helpful. The important thing is to be smart about it, be aware of yourself, and stay grounded in what's real. It's about finding what works for you, trying things out, and seeing how it fits into your own journey of, growth and self-discovery.
So much of it comes back to personal responsibility, right? It's like the secret is saying, okay, you have this power to create the life you want, but you got to be willing to put in the effort.
Totally. It's about honing our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It's realizing we're not just along for the ride, we're active participants in shaping our own reality.
It's a message that can be really powerful, really motivating, but also a little bit daunting. It pushes us to get out of our comfort zone, embrace the unknown. And maybe that's the real secret here. It's not about following a set of rules, but about exploring the potential that's already inside each of us.
It's about that journey of self-discovery, constantly learning and growing and changing as we create a life that reflects what we value, what we truly aspire to.
This deep dive into the secret, it's definitely given me a lot to think about. It reminds us that even though we can't control every single thing that happens to us, we can control how we respond, how we choose to see those experiences, and ultimately, the reality we create for ourselves going forward.
It all comes down to recognizing how much our thoughts and beliefs influence our lives and making a conscious effort to align them with what we truly want. It's a process, a continuous journey of self-reflection, growth, and evolution.
So for our listeners out there who are feeling inspired, who want to explore these ideas further, what's one tangible thing they can do, like today, to start aligning with their desires, to tap into this law of attraction? What's the first step on this journey of conscious creation?
It can feel kind of overwhelming though, right? Like, okay, that's all great, but where do I even begin? Well, a really great place to start, and The Secret talks about this a lot, is gratitude. It's about appreciating what you've already got, shifting that focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life.
Okay, I like that. So how would someone actually put that into practice?
It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day just to think about the things you're grateful for, your health, your relationships, even something small like a sunny day. It helps to shift your energy, gets you in that positive, receptive
Yes,
space.
that's something anyone can do no matter what, just appreciating the moment.
Exactly. And once you're in that grateful state of mind, you can start setting intentions for the future. What do you want to experience more of? What brings you joy? What makes you feel fulfilled? Like you have a purpose.
So it's about getting clear on what you want.
Yeah, but it's more than just thinking it,
Yeah.
Write it down, visualize it, and here's the biggie. Really feel the emotions of already having those things.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not just about thinking it, it's about feeling it,
Yeah.
embodying that energy of already having what you want.
Exactly. Our emotions, they're like these powerful signals showing us how aligned we are with our desires. When you can tap into that joy, that excitement, that gratitude, you're sending out a powerful message both to the universe and to your own subconscious. You're ready to receive it.
So we're creating this magnetic pull, drawing those experiences toward us.
I like it. But what about those times when, doubts creep in? Because it's not always easy to stay positive.
Oh, absolutely. We're all human. We're going to have doubts, fears, negative thoughts. It's totally normal. But the key is don't judge yourself for it. Just acknowledge those thoughts and then gently redirect your focus back to those intentions you set.
Easier said than done sometimes, right?
It takes practice, for sure. It's a process. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's a journey, not a race. It's like learning to catch those negative thought patterns and consciously choose to reframe them in a more positive light. Instead of saying, I'll never be able to afford that dream vacation, it's about saying, okay, what can I do to create more financial abundance in my life?
You got it. It's a shift in perspective from scarcity to possibility.
This deep dive into the secret, it's been really, really interesting.
Hmm.
And, the ideas might seem kind of simple on the surface, but when you actually try to put them into practice, it's a whole journey of self-discovery, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's about finding what resonates with you, experimenting, figuring out what works best for your life. The most important thing. Approach it with an open mind. Be curious and be open to the idea that you have more power than you realize.
I love that. You have more power than you realize. So for everyone listening, as you go about your day, remember, you're not just watching your life happen. You're a creator. You have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Embrace that power, trust the journey, and see what happens when you start aligning with your dreams.
Beautifully said. And as we wrap up this deep dive into the secret, remember, the most incredible discoveries aren't always about finding something new, but about seeing what's already there with fresh eyes. Here's to all of us embracing this journey of conscious creation and seeing where it leads.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this episode. Until next time, keep those positive vibes flowing and never, ever underestimate the power that you hold within.